Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Now here not too long ago, did a little bit of diagnostics. Did not set the camera initially, but what I did find is that this boiler got here and they've got very little heat, but plenty of hot water. So I looked at the temperature and pressure gauge and they had somewhere as well below 10 psi, which is not good, as we all know. So your water coming in here hits the backflow preventer, goes through there. This keeps the water separate so the water can't ever be pulled out of the boiler water into the domestic water. So it goes through here into this pressure regulator. So this drops the house pressure down to about 12 psi. This wasn't doing its job. So I lifted the handle as you do to let water in. Of course, it's off right now. And it did that. It let water in, but now it won't stop. So if you hear this, I don't know if you can hear it through the camera. It won't stop. I've taken this apart. I banged on it. It's just stuck. So needs replacement. So I'm going to replace this, and then I believe through bleeding it out, getting air out, I'll probably be able to get everything functioning normal again. So let's begin. So this is already off, and this here, hopefully you can see this part. Not a lot of room in this boiler room. Can you see this hand? There it is. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to turn this off here. So that separates, shuts the water off here and here. So now when we drain this down, we're going to still have the pressure, which is a little bit worn off. Oh no, that's right. So we're going to have the pressure just pushing from the bladder up and through here. So there's just the water in this section. So should be able to crack this nut, probably be able to catch it in a bucket, and then back this off. I noticed that there's a little bit of, oh, it came right off. There's a little bit of leftover solder on there. So I'm going to back this nut off, back this guy off, change the part, put everything back, and should be good as far as that goes. So let's see what happens. Right, see if I can fit my little bucket in. This one has a little hook. I actually use that when we install little ductless systems because you can hang, this is like a ladder hook for painters. And so I'll put like fittings in there and screws and other stuff, pull them up on a ladder. I think I should be able to crack this free. Nice and easy. Beautiful. And since there's probably going to be some pressure, I'm going to wrap my hand around it, and then it's turning very easily. So I can guide the water into the bucket. It's not going to be a lot, but just till the pressure's off a bit. And if you notice, it was dripping here. Sometimes when you take the pressure off, these will drip a little bit. So it's not meaning it's bad. Pressure there. Easy peasy on that one. I'll just let that hang there for a few. That looks like it's connected on there. More water. The water's held back by the backflow preventer, so doing its job. Pressure in the tank is probably pushing out the excess water. Just gonna let this drain into the bucket. Glad whoever installed this did have some valves before and after him. So I didn't have to drain a lot of the boiler down. It was kind of nice. When I edit this, I'll put some hold music in here. Be a little more entertaining. I would sing, but people would probably just shut the video off. I wouldn't blame them. The valve's not holding or something? Too much water in here now. Let's get an excessive amount of water. I'll drain my little bucket. Expansion tank is right above all the boiling electronics, so I really don't want to just pull the tank down just to relieve pressure. I should be able to get it through here, but it seems like an awful lot of water. Maybe that tank held more than I thought it did. Oh, maybe it's slowing down finally. There we go. That was better. Alright, that's good. Alright, great. That fun is done. New watts set up here. It's the new guy. It's exactly like the old guy. My hands are sticking this because it's like 18 degrees outside, so my wet hands are like freezing to the metal pretty quick, but that won't really matter that much soon. That's a warm up quick. Hopefully. I'll put that warm bucket of water to help it. I did the whole valve in. I'm just dipping this in so I can get this apart as it's frozen. I don't want to tear that paper gasket. I'd rather warm it and not force it. Fittings there. So I have a difference in my valves here. This one has the nut on it, female. This is the male. So I'll look at my truck, see if I got a different style or one that's built into a combo. This one was a combo beforehand, which I kind of had a feeling it might be, but I thought maybe I could just change this one, and I still can because hopefully I'm doing this in the camera. Basically, before they had this combo like this, and the separate individual. I have one of these separate in my truck, one of these separate, which is this one, and then the combo. So this is the wrong style connection. This is a male, and this has a threaded insert, which is from the factory, and then a female nut here. So I can't really use this one in this situation. For the customer, I know that this really needs to be plumbed to the floor, being a vent, but I don't really want to make them have to pay for that today. It is a Sunday. It is, an after hours charge, of course, to be here because it's Sunday afternoon. So I'm going to put back their existing one. There is technically nothing really wrong with this, as far as I can tell. Seems to be fine. But the, what do you call it? If I can just replace their problem part for now, and if they want to, do the other part in the future, when they're more expecting it and not expecting it, it would probably be easier for them. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Oh gosh, what's in there? There we go. So I'm going to steal this part off of this combo. I should be able to get just that side of the combo, hopefully, in the future. And then I can put my combo back together and everything will be normal again. Okay, so now I got the right connection. So clean it up, a little tape and dope, and should be able to start putting water back in this boiler. And I believe after that we can, a little bit crusty in there, but there's a boiler. It can get ugly. Then probably get some bleeding done, bleed out some things, and hopefully get their heat back on. So this is water, so you want to tape and dope it. I like to do about 3 or so wraps. That's good. Might be fun to thread on. I just felt this little area here. It doesn't feel right, but it's only in the very, very edge. So hopefully I can thread this on, and I think it'd be fun because it wasn't leaking before. I had no issues like that. Maybe it just maybe it was just made weird when it was first made. I don't know. While we're putting this together, if you're watching this because you're interested in the trade, it's really a great trade to get into. Yeah, sometimes the days can be long, sometimes they can be shorter. But it's very rewarding, especially when you get the family's heat on. I didn't have it. They really like that, and it's nice to be able to do that for people. Pays well. It's really a good gig. You have a job for the rest of your life. You get into this field because this is the kind of work that can't be sent to another country. It's here physically. So if this is a trade you're interested in, definitely go for it. Go for your local community college. That's what my nephew's doing right now. He's working for us. Of course, I knew this is going to be a problem. Might have to replace this nipple actually. I don't really like the end of it very much. I'll give it one more try, and if it doesn't work this time, I'm going to just replace it. I don't want to be monkeying around with stuff too long. Yeah, not going on right. I get the grab, great, but I also don't want to ruin this new pressure reducing valve either. Trying to save a 4-inch nipple, that doesn't make any sense. So now I'm gonna get a new nipple. It'd be easier and better for them to change this than would be to monkey around with this for 10-15 minutes trying to get the stupid thing to grab. And then if you get impatient and you make the mistake of putting pliers on it and you rip the threads out of your brand new pressure reducing valve, well, that costs a whole lot more than a 1/2-inch block iron nipple does. There's some good editing in this video for me to do. Just hammer it onto the truck. I didn't feel that though when I cleaned it off, just noticed it after it seemed. Oh yeah, she's ugly. Don't know if I'm going to be able to show you. Let me clean this off a little bit. Oh yeah. Hopefully you can kind of see. Could be a blue backdrop here. If you look here, see how threads, and then my finger goes down right here. Hopefully the camera can pick that up well. So then we got another nipple, so I don't like this one. Guess who's back? Back again. Copyright. Can't keep saying it. Alright, where's my... There it is. Alright, so folks. Lots of you have probably seen the nipple before, but that's what a new one looks like. It's nice when all the threads are there. Right. It doesn't seem obvious. I think it's good to Well, most people would. Put it in the direction you put the tape on. If you try going back and forth, it's just going to ball up the tape. Okay. I'm sure there's more room. I put the camera a little further back. But who knows? Maybe because it's closer, it'll be easier for you guys to see what I'm actually doing. Pretty loose, so I don't need the backup wrench yet.
I remember working on this.
Yeah, Mr. Mike is here. So, I had to replace the nipple because if you, well, you don't wear gloves, but the end of the threads is missing for like 2 threads.
It's missing?
Yeah,
So
it's
got
missing.
it off?
Yeah, appears to be.
So you got here, and what was happening? So there's heat on one floor. So we got a basement, first floor,
Basically,
second floor.
the biggest issue was that they weren't getting any more water to their boiler, and it was really low pressure.
Okay.
And then when they exercised this valve, it wouldn't stop filling.
Okay.
So that's where we're
Is that
at.
what you found or they found?
No, that's what I found.
Okay.
That's all I do right now, anyway.
So you're thinking that this fast fill wasn't filling?
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah, it definitely was. It was like below the 10 dash,
Okay.
like below it.
And when you were playing with, yeah, I replaced this before. That was a problem once before. That 3-way valve.
Yeah.
I replaced that already. It was notorious for failing.
This is probably tight enough. Turn it a little more.
Robert's gonna bring Dennis back, but I don't want to leave you on call for 2 hours, you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's good. New gasket.
I made you at first when you
Yeah.
just make sure you get a flow direction right on those. Cause
Oh yeah. Yep. I'm just looking to make sure everything's clean. Happy. So I'll go to the other side first.
oh, this is, oh yeah, that's right, that's how these work. No codes on the board or anything? Nothing look weird?
Nope.
Yeah, usually with these, if a lot of times, if they're getting hot water but no heat, it's this stupid valve here, the Honeywell valve.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder where all that pressure went though.
I have a feeling this thing hasn't worked for a while, and it's just
Got low enough it was cutting
Yeah.
down.
Yep, I think that's what's happening. Of course, whoever installed this boiler, I'm glad they put valves before and after what I'm working on.
Uh-huh.
They didn't see the need to put any valves. Really, not much other places, especially on the return and stuff.
Well, you got a valve there and a valve here, so.
Well, I mean, like individual is back 3 zones. I mean, they can operate these, but you know, it's nice when you have a ball valve.
Is there even a purge set up?
There's a drain down by my foot.
think these, when they're calling hot water prior to the hot water, this thing only allows water to circulate this way.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it calls for heat, this opens and allows it to go only through here and up through the ridge ends. They got a purge set up, but they got no valves on the returns.
Right.
Unless they're somewhere else. I doubt it.
Yeah, I really doubt they'd put it anywhere else. It wouldn't make any sense. Move my hand. A bad angle.
There's a gasket here. Did you need that?
It's the old one.
All right.
I put the new one in.
Once we got a door here, we can dump the water out.
Yeah, I got a larger.
But they got a spiral vent, so you might be kind of lucky.
Yeah, well.
These are hot and cold.
I'm gonna start.
You didn't drain the tankless, right? Just
No, I only drained here, which was in here. Dripping straight. I'll drip here.
yeah, you're gonna get a few out of that too over it. There's a lot of water on. Shouldn't be.
I had to take out almost 2 of these buckets. I had half wondered if this valve wasn't working right.
You should have opened that chute. There shouldn't be any.
Yeah. Oh, I have a feeling this valve doesn't really work.
No, it's pretty warm here, so I think it does.
Maybe it's
It
just
just
all
seemed
going
like
in the tank.
enough.
Yeah, maybe it's just filling the tank. We're looking for pressure
That's
now.
odd. Shouldn't
I
have
mean,
any
that shouldn't
pressure.
change yet, but
No, we shouldn't have any pressure. Once you open that, you will.
see what we got. Oh, yeah, got some air coming out of this fire vent.
No, 15, 18 psi.
Oh, okay, that's good. So it's still dripping here.
Yeah,
So I'll let that drip for. Hopefully it
not.
stops.
It may not.
I mean, it didn't drip before, and I know that trying to not spend all their money on this.
Unfortunately,
I know.
can't use it either.
I know. Well, it'll be easy enough to change after if I have to.
Mm-hmm.
So we can turn this back on. I had all the valves open. Thermostats. At least 2 were calling before. Alright, the GoPro died. So I just figured I would just do a recap or video at the end. This here needed to be changed. It just wouldn't stop dripping. I was trying to save him some money. It didn't work. And then of course now it's fallen down to the floor as it should be. And that's all replaced. Look at that little finger. There we go. A little better. So the other problem we found was that underneath here, this head actuates a spring-loaded valve, and so it diverts the water either this way or that way for hot water or heat. And it wasn't returning all the way out. The spring wasn't. So it's Sunday. Everything's closed right now. So we actuated it a bunch of times up and down with the spring, and now it seems to be working flawlessly. So we're going to kind of leave it for now. And if the customer still has issues, and we already know what it is, we already have, a picture of the label, so we can get the part and just come out and change it for them. So, it might just have gotten sticky over the years, and it could be good for a long time. It could fail again tomorrow. So for now, it's tested a couple times and working great. So, yeah, that's it on this one. So it was a lack of water because this wasn't filling, and then it wasn't shutting off when you would fill it, and then the check valve, because that wouldn't stop dripping after we took water away from it, and we let it sit for a good 45 minutes. It's still dripping. That needed to be exercised, and that's it.